Hello students, today we will discuss about how a Nicol Prism works as a polarizer and analyzer. So we have seen what is the working of a Nicol Prism. A Nicol Prism consists of a calcite crystal as shown, where we have grounded one face and made it 68 degree instead of 71 degree, and then we have cut the calcite through a diagonal way and then cemented it using the Canada balsam, which has a refractive index which is between that of extraordinary ray and that of ordinary ray. So when a ray is incident on such a material which is called Nicol Prism, it is a doubly refracting crystal calcite, and hence it will split up into extraordinary and ordinary ray as shown. So ordinary ray is having a refractive index 1.658, which is higher than the Canada balsam layer, which is 1.526, and hence ordinary ray there is a possibility for the ordinary ray to undergo total internal reflection if the angle of incidence is greater than or equal to critical angle. Since we have made this up to an angle of 60 degree, the ray incident normally on this face will be falling always at a critical angle or greater than critical angle, and hence ordinary ray will always be totally internally reflected, which is then absorbed by the lamp black pasted on the longitudinal side, while the extraordinary ray which has vertical vibrations will be having a refractive index of 1.486, which is lesser than that of Canada balsam layer 1.526. So it doesn't have any chance for total internal reflections since it travels from rarer to denser, and hence it will be passing through without any absorption, and the ultimate output will be only extraordinary ray, which is a polarized ray. So considering this working, let us think of the Nicol Prism as a polarizer or an analyzer. So as we have mentioned, you can consider a polarizer as a fence where if you try to vibrate a rock, if the fences are parallel to each other, that is if the slits are parallel to each other, those vibration of string will be allowed to pass through. But if one fence is perpendicular to that of other, the vibrations of the string along the slit will be blocked by the perpendicular thing, isn't it? So we can analyze which is the direction in which the wave is vibrating based on the position of analyzer. So that is, if it is same direction as that of the vibrating plane, then you will get maximum intensity. If it is exactly perpendicular to the vibrating direction, then you will get zero intensity. Okay, so let us now consider the Nicol Prism as a polarizer and analyzer. So what is happening when the light is incident on such a Nicol Prism? It will split up into ordinary ray and extraordinary ray, and ordinary ray undergoes total internal reflection while extraordinary ray is allowed to pass through. Now if a second Nicol Prism is kept in such a way that its axis is transmission axis is parallel to the polarizer, then what will happen? There is no ordinary ray that is producing, and what happens then? Then the extraordinary ray will be passing through. Okay, and if the polarizer and analyzer are perpendicular to each other, what will happen? The extraordinary ray emerging out from the polarizer will be perpendicular to the plane of incidence, so plane of principal section. So that means if it is perpendicular to principal section, then it will behave as an ordinary ray. Why? Because we are keeping the analyzer in such a way that the extraordinary ray incident will be felt as an ordinary ray because it is perpendicular. The ordinary ray will be totally internally reflected, and we won't be getting any emerging light, zero intensity. So this is how Nicol Prism acts as a polarizer. In the first case, when they are parallel to each other, the extraordinary ray will be emerging out as such. But once it become analyzer become perpendicular to that of the transmission axis of polarizer, the extraordinary ray coming from the polarizer will be felt as ordinary ray for this analyzer because it is now in a perpendicular direction. So that particular ray will be totally internally reflected and no ray is proceeding forward or emerging out. So this is how it acts as a Nicol Prism. Nicol Prism acts as a polarizer and analyzer. Okay, thank you.